because... Anyways, today's video, we're just gonna another talk. What do we call these things? Do you guys have a name for my little podcast that I have going on? I have no idea. But today... Okay, just for reference, my opinions may change in the future, but today is November 17th, 1:11 a.m. Okay, just putting that out there. But, yeah, I don't know. I want to talk about the human behavior today. I guess that kind of relates to other talks I've had in the past podcast episodes. I want to call it, low-key, I want to call these things Soju Talks. Soju Talks. What does Mads call hers? You guys know Mads, Central C's girlfriend? Or ex-girlfriend? I need to find out what she calls her. But I want to do the same. Normally I would hold the mic, but I was listening to the feedback. And this shit was picking up everything, bro. It was picking up all the wire movements from entangling and going like that. Sus. But you know what I mean? So I was gonna just chill here. Sorry about that. But I know people like my whisper rambles like Matt and Dottie. So this video is for you. We're just gonna be rambling as per usual. Aren't all my videos random? Anyways, we're talking about the human behavior. Human beings as a whole. Cause like us humans are pretty complex. Pretty extraordinary. We have a lot of emotions, we have a lot of feelings, which you could say are the same thing, but if you could say they're different. Then we have a lot of point of views, we have a lot of opinions, and I think at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is everybody deserves to be happy, but it's up to you to make yourself happy. Little words of affirmation here, okay? If you're trying to love yourself, what is the word? Yeah, if you're trying to love yourself, that just means you already love yourself. Take that in, right? If you're trying to love yourself, that just means you love yourself because you're trying to love yourself, which essentially means you're putting effort into yourself, you're putting the energy to love yourself. Therefore, just you simply trying to love yourself is enough to be considered loving yourself. Don't let that go over your head. I saw that on TikTok today, or a few days ago, and then I saw it again today. I'm like, it must be a sign. It must be a sign. But yeah, you're already loving yourself. You're doing your best as you can, you know? Everybody deserves to be happy in life. But it's up to you to make yourself happy. If you're watching this video, you're already fortunate enough. You're already fortunate enough because you're able to watch this video, which is crazy to think about, right? You sitting on your phone or laptop, you're probably under a roof or outside, walking, breathing, free of stress, and you probably have stress and worries, but you're like free of constraint and colonialism and dictatorships or whatever you want to say, right? Not trying to get political or anything. Should we stick the mic like this, like that. But yeah, or you're fortunate enough to have money to afford to go outside, to have a room, to have a phone, a laptop, whatever the case may be, right? We're all now. Whatever tangent I go on and talk about is gonna be completely random. It might have no correlation to what I just previously said, so bear in mind that. But it's just thoughts I have. But a lot of us are born into society, without a choice. We're born into the world without a choice, which is unfortunate. And then some of us end up being depressed or have anxiety, whatever the case may be. Some mental problems. Maybe we're well up. We're born into a rich family, or a middle class family, or a poor family, whatever the case may be. We're born into this world involuntarily, but it's up us at the end of the day to break out of these habits, these cycles, these constraints that if you're able to, that were put on us. Like if you're born in the hood, for example, yes, you've been surrounded by these people your whole life, and yeah, you're gonna have that mentality like, oh, I need to stay in this kind of area in my life in order for me to be successful. But it takes like a different mentality, or it's a realization that maybe this is not the life for you, or maybe you were born into a poor family and you're like, okay, well, this is the only way to life. Yeah, you've been told that your whole life because of your surroundings, but it's really up to you to break out of that cycle. And yeah, you can say for some people, well, that's not possible because of this and that and what they've been surrounded with growing up and the stereotypes that come along with it. But in the end of the day, that is very true. But at the end of the day, it is up to you. It is up to you to break free, essentially. Or do better, or change better for the better, or whatever the case is. Everything comes back to you, which is why you should love yourself at the end of the day. This rant makes no sense so far, but you're gonna go roll with it. Like, hopefully, I make these videos and hope maybe somebody could be inspired. At least one person. If one person is inspired, or like watches these videos and like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Maybe I apply this for my life. Then that's all that matters. I don't care if 100 people watched it and 99 people don't relate to it. As long as there's one person that relates to like half of it or even the whole thing, it's great. Like, for example, myself, it's been 2 years since I've graduated university. I have no major job. I have no job related to my school field, in a sense. And I'm still in the same city. My friends have either gone to their masters or moved back home, or they're in the same city and they're doing a job in their field, or they move back home and they're doing nothing, right? But here I am, just stuck because I got comfortable. I've been in this city for almost 8 years. Oh, actually 8 years. Is it 8 years? I think it's 8 years now. Or is it 7? I think it's 7 years. But it's going on to 8 years. And like, I just got comfortable. But I keep saying, oh, I want to move back, or I want to move to Montreal, or I want to go do stuff. But I just can't. And it's me holding myself accountable. And I'm very self-aware of these things and why I'm still stuck in the same situation I'm in and I can't break free. Because I'm in like a mental fog, a brain fog. Or I'm paralyzed basically. And I'm stuck in the same spot. And essentially, this will relate to my next point. Essentially, I gotta be realistic, and I know it's up to me to break out of the situation I'm in. But it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of courage and a lot of research to just get out. But it also takes a lot of mental development and emotional development to break free of the cage your mind has put you in. From as in being paralyzed, brain paralyzed, whatever, internally paralyzed. If that's what you feel. But yeah. Which is the most realistic thing I can say. And I said this in my past video with the building the Lego one, the Quaxley.
Sorry, I'm having trouble.
At some point in your life, you're gonna have to just be realistic and logical. You can't rely on emotions to guide you through life. Emotions will get you nowhere. Truly will get you nowhere. Emotions is not a foundation, a strong enough foundation to get yourself through life. You have to be realistic with what you have and what is available to you and what you're capable of doing. So And I've had a realistic, logical mindset for, I think, since university ended. Since I went back to in person in university back in COVID. Maybe during COVID too. Like, I was looking back at my my old TikToks. I started posting TikToks in 2020. I'm a completely different person since then. And that's what people don't understand. You really do change a lot throughout the years. Like, for example, for basketball, I'm a completely different player than I was back in 2022, 2021. Or in the gym, for example, I'm doing completely different workouts in the gym than I was. Or completely different, like, regimen, whatever you call it, regimen, routine is completely different from what I was doing like 2021. Everybody changes over time, and that's also something you have to think about when you're talking about being realistic. You're gonna change over time. You're not gonna be stuck as the same person as you were like 2, 3, 4 years ago. Your opinions are gonna change, your values are gonna change, your mindset's gonna change, all that bullshit's gonna change, you know. So if you don't like how you are right now, well, yeah, you could be sad about it, be worried about it, but realistically, if you think about it from a realistic point of view, you're gonna change over time. Things will get better or get worse, and it is up to you to how you can navigate through everything. It's solely based off you. You can be an alcoholic and drink your sores away. That's not what I do, though. Yeah, I'm drinking, but I'm drinking on camera and I'm posting it to YouTube. How do you think my life is turning out, right? But you might think that I'm a depressed individual, which I am. A depressed individual with an alcohol problem, but that's not the case. I show what I show on camera, and you guys, nobody else knows what's going on in my real life. But to be truthful, I'm only drinking because I want to sleep for a long time right now. Oh, this is the Coca. No wonder it tastes good, bro. I just took in. This is the Jack Daniel Coca-Cola. The other one I have is Jack Daniel Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. This tastes so much better. Anyways, alcohol is not a solution to anything, but you know, there's no harm in drinking it from time to time. But anyways, yeah, I'm drinking it because I want to go to sleep. And sleep in, because I don't get to sleep in as often. Because I have a lot of anxiety and stress right now because of my breakup. Everything comes back to that, eh? Everything comes back to that. But I just want to be able to sleep and just go sleep straight through it. And since I get to sleep in tomorrow, that's why I drink. But most days I'm not drinking at all. Which brings me to my next point. You shouldn't be drinking all the time. Yeah, and it's the weekend too, you know? Like, weekend you go party and drink, whatever. I used to be in that mindset. I still am in that mindset. Like, going out and drinking is really a waste of time. Like, why are you doing that? That's why I'm at home and I'm drinking, right? I'm making a video. I'm drinking, whatever. It's better than me going out to like a bar or club or whatever. Just drinking with friends, wasting money. I spent $3 on this. This same drink at a bar would be like $7, $8, right? And then you have to spend more money to get more drink. But this is enough for me. I know my limits. This is enough to get me tipsy, to get me to where I want to be, so I can go to sleep. People go to the bars and whatnot to get on a high, basically. Pick up women, pick up men, whatever it may be. They waste their money. I'm sure it's fun. It's fun. I've done it. I haven't done it to like that extent, to like where I'm doing it every weekend. But I've done it a few times in my life. A lot less, maybe not even once a month, not even once every 2 months, once every 3 months. Like, I've done it a few times, but not that frequently. Like, I know what it's like. But just, again, being realistic, it's a waste of time, right? And so, I think people should develop a realistic and logical mindset rather than an emotional mindset, because emotions will get you nowhere in life. It's good to be emotionally mature. It is very important to be emotionally mature, especially if you're dealing with a woman. You must be the most emotionally mature person ever, because realistically, if you're not emotionally mature, that woman is not going to want you, because they're all about their emotions and whatnot, blah 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 blah. Yeah, and that's valid, that's okay, they're allowed to be emotional, but you have to be emotionally mature, because women will put you through so much emotional torment and suffering, because that's how they are. They're very emotional, they're very sensitive. I'm not speaking for all women. And you have to be emotionally mature enough to not crash out on them, but also relate to their emotions, take care of them, be the provider that you're supposed to be. I talked about that in a previous video, but yeah. Tend to their emotions, but also don't neglect yours. And that's why humans are complicated, because we have to, especially as guys and women too, we have to tend to our emotions, but not control ourselves in a way where we don't crash out on the other person that's splurging on us emotionally, mentally, emotionally. We have to be both emotionally and mentally mature, and then you get to a point where you're physically mature, where you're taking care of your body, you're going to the gym, you're eating decently. I'm not gonna say you're eating right, because nobody, unless you're like a serious bodybuilder trying to compete, or you're on yeah, you're trying to compete, or you're just trying to get stronger, or you have a personal image you want to get, then you don't have to be eating right all the time, as long as you're eating good. Eating good and eating healthy are two different things. And as long as you're eating good, like you're not eating takeout all the time, like fast food takeout, then you're eating good, you know what I mean? If you make yourself meals, then you're eating good, you're eating healthy. But eating good is more important than eating healthy. Eating healthy, you have to have another mindset for that. You have to have a strong sense of discipline for that one. And so, like, for example, for myself, I'll go to like these Asian restaurants, like these like quality Asian restaurant where they make like handmade noodles, and they make the noodles in the house, not like some cheap ramen shit. And then you eat it with some vegetables, and then you have your meat in there. Nice soup. It's not called soup. It's just called noodles, right? Cold noodles is different. Dry noodles and cold noodles is different from like noodles. I go eat noodles with broth. So you just say noodles, right? So yeah, good. And then there's also like whether it's really all this. You can also relate everything I'm saying to you making yourself happy, you giving yourself a better life. This all relates to it at the end of the day, and this all does take part in loving yourself. There are things you should do to love yourself. Like, yeah, I'm not batshit depressed. I am depressed. I'm a very depressed individual. I'm very depressed. Like, you see me out in public, I look depressed. And I know I look depressed, but like, in my mind, I'm listening to like, this is something also, like, your music taste can change over the years, and it's crazy. Like, I'm listening to Nicki, I'm listening to Lynn Lapid. Any chance I get, I will promote Lynn Lapid and Nicki. Then I'm listening to Lo-Fi. Like, my music taste has evolved. Like, I still listen to like rap and trap and whatever. But like, people who just strictly listen to that kind of music, trap, R&B, not R&B, trap and rap, and like, people like Yeet, or like just, I'm gonna go murder somebody type music. And if you just listen to that, if you're like 25 and you're still listening to that consistently, you need to evolve your music palette. Same with your taste palette, your music palette. There is so much good music in the world. Not everything has to be hardcore. I'm gonna go rob this person, kill this person type shit all the time. You can work your way in, and I think this also relates to emotional maturity. You just need to get into calmer music. Listen to lo-fi if you have the chance. Lo-fi, and even like Lynn Lapid or Nicki. And there's people like Kashi or Rocco that you can listen to. Those are just some people that I actually like vibe with. Or even K-pop. Get into K-pop. K-pop. If you don't understand Korean, that is perfectly fine. You just need to like listen to a few good songs over and over again, and you're like, oh, okay, this is a bop, and it's nice, right? It all comes back to personal development, self-help, not self-help, loving yourself, making yourself happy. It's up to you to change yourself. And that's why you should also like talk to people in your life, whether you're introverted or not. Just talk to people. They give you a good life experience. For example, I'm very introverted, but it's also go to a sport, join a club, do pick up at your local park for any sport, soccer or whatever. I do pick up basketball a lot. I meet a lot of people. And over time, if you keep going to these pickup, you're gonna keep talking to these same people. You're gonna see them. You're gonna form a connection with them. Maybe it's deep a connection. Maybe it's a deep connection. Maybe it's like just like, oh, I'll see you here when I see you type of shit. And that's fine too, because the types of conversations you have, for me at least, at the ball court with the same people you see all the time is crazy, because you'll go out and you'll compete for just pick up ball, but then after, when you're sitting on the sideline or when everyone's tired, people start going, yeah, you're me. Or at least for me, main group, that people that just stick around and just talk for a bit and then leave at night. Like for us, we have a main group. Some of us like we just drink together. We sit, we chill, and drink together. And we have like older heads with us, and this is great about ball, because you have old people like in their 60s, and then you have young as 15, and then you have everyone in between, all people from all these different walks of life, areas of life. And then you're just spitting knowledge, and you're just talking about life experience and all that. And this is all relating to being mentally mature and emotionally mature, physically mature. Because you're going out, you're being physical, you're doing your sport, whatever. But then also, physical, it's not just like, training, going after your body. It's also like talking to people. Because talking to people is very important. We as humans need to talk to people, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I'm an introvert. But you learn a lot of stuff. Like this one guy I know, old guy's been through divorce, lives on his own. His kids don't like him because of what the wife says. Stuff like that. And it's like, you hear it. Or this other guy, he's happily married to his wife, but he's always come out and play ball, and he has kids and whatnot. He goes to Toronto, but, or this 15-year-old kid that I know, I guess 16 now. He had his first heartbreak, and then he's spitting wisdom about God. Like sometimes we have talks about religion. Like me and a few guys, like a few kids. We talk about Christianity and Islam, because there's a Muslim guy, there's a Christian guy. They also have some older heads that join in the conversation. Like these are good things to have in life, which is why in the winter it is very hard, because some people, it's very hard to play pickup. There's nowhere to play like in the summer. Spring, warm time, go outside for free. You know what I'm saying? But in the winter it's hard, and that's where you really have to lock in and focus on yourself. Go to the gym, do a league, do some hobby, go to like dance classes or whatnot, music classes, anything that just keeps your mind, your heart pumping, your mind racing, and your body pushing. You know what I'm saying? And it all relates back to happiness, because if you just explore, or even exploring your city, and then you learn these things, and then you're able to like have like a moment of freedom in your mind, and you'll sort of learn where your values align, where your values change, your opinions change, because you're forming your own opinion, your own thoughts. Not because you're hanging out with these people, because you're getting all these different perspectives from people, and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Whatever resonates with you, right? And then that's how you can, like, swivel your way around life and break out of your cycles, whatever cycles has been imposed on you your whole entire life, whatever hardships have been imposed on you. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got for. Yeah, I don't know. That was like a ramble and shit, but like, it makes sense. You can't be so limited. And then if you're in a relationship too, you can't rely on your partner solely to be the only one that can be the only one to go to for conversations or like hanging out or everything. You have to have people in your life that you can like just chill with. You don't have to be like super tight or anything. You just go talk, have friends, whatever. Or it's important to have hobbies and stuff. And again, say all this stuff, that having hobbies and stuff, all relates to being self-love and breaking out of your cycles, being a better person, humans are complicated, right? But these are, in my life experience, these are just simple things that will get you through life. And even if you are depressed, it'll still make you happy, because I am depressed. Not like full-on depression or anything, but like because of what happened in when my girlfriend broke up, right? But then also stuff in my past, like trauma stuff, right? But I can say I'm happy. I'm depressed, but I'm also happy. People don't understand that you can be both by doing like what I've mentioned throughout the whole entire video. As things that I mentioned, you could be depressed and happy, and at the end of the day, as long as you're a little bit happy, that's all that matters, because you allowed yourself to make you happy, and you've also worked on yourself, which means you love yourself. And love yourself is a form of happiness. But yeah, and that's facts. So yeah, if you guys relate to anything, appreciate it. Or you're welcome. I don't know. But if you stuck around this far, let me know. Here, if you stuck around this far, comment an emoji of a chopstick. A chopstick emoji if you've made it this far. And thank you if you have made it this far. And if you haven't, that is perfectly fine too. I don't expect anyone to watch this whole 29-minute long video of me just talking about life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if I should be talking about anything else. I have a few videos I have to make, or just one from Matt about photography and fashion. I'm not really a fashion head, but as it may seem, but I'll make a video on it when I'm sober. Because now alcohol's hitting me. See what I mean? Like a little bit gets me hitting, and then I don't have to go spend like $50-$60 on alcohol in a club or anything at a bar, or I have to go spend money on it with it. Because when you go to a bar, you have to buy food too, right? See, more realistic, and then I make a video for you guys that's hopefully quality, but it's a long video with whisper rambles, which I know some of you guys like. So hope you guys enjoyed the video.